Some of the most magical stories aren't in fairy tales. They're happening right outside our windows. Today, we're diving into one of those. It's this incredible, real-life story of transformation. I mean, think about it, from a creature that just crawls on the ground to one that literally dances on the wind. So let's pull back the curtain and see how it all happens.
So yeah, how does that happen? It's the big question, right? How does a little crawling caterpillar become this beautiful, soaring butterfly? It honestly looks like pure magic. But what's so cool is that underneath it all, there's this incredible, perfectly planned biological process, a total masterpiece of evolution that's going on in gardens everywhere. And this whole incredible journey has a scientific name. It's called metamorphosis. And when we say transformation, we're not talking about a minor tweak here and there. No way. This is a complete reinvention. The entire body is basically rebuilt from the inside out.
Okay, so this whole story plays out in 4 main stages, kind of like 4 acts in a play. We're going to follow the whole journey, step by step. We'll start with the tiny egg, then move on to the super hungry caterpillar, then we'll get into the really mysterious chrysalis stage, and finally, the big reveal, the beautiful butterfly. All right, let's jump right into the first part of the journey. This part is all about one thing, and one thing only: getting ready. It's a singular mission to get as big as possible, as fast as possible.
So where does it all begin? Right here, with an egg so small you might not even notice it. But it's not just placed anywhere. The mother butterfly is super careful. She picks the perfect leaf because she knows it's going to be the first and best food for what's about to hatch. And then, it happens. The egg hatches, and out of this little package comes what's called a larva. But we all know it by its much more familiar name, the caterpillar. This is our main character for the first act of our story.
And check this out. The caterpillar gets to work immediately. Its very first meal, its own eggshell. It's packed with all the nutrients it needs to get started. And from that moment on, it has one job. Just one. Eat. It's a non-stop eating machine designed for one single purpose: rapid growth. But, there's a problem with this grow as fast as you can plan. Imagine you're wearing an outfit that just doesn't stretch at all. As you grow, it gets pretty tight, right? Well, that's exactly the problem the caterpillar has. Its skin is a fixed size. So, how does it keep getting bigger?
Well, nature has a pretty cool solution. It's a process called molting. The caterpillar literally just shrugs off its old tight skin, and underneath, there's a brand new, bigger skin all ready to go, giving it more room to keep on eating and growing. And it doesn't just do this once. Oh no, the caterpillar will molt several times, each time getting significantly bigger. It's just this constant cycle: eat, grow, shed, and then eat and grow some more.
Okay, so after all that non-stop eating, the caterpillar is finally big enough. And now we get to stage 3. This, my friends, is where things get really wild. It's the most mysterious and, honestly, the most incredible part of the whole journey. So what happens is the caterpillar finds a good, safe spot. It stops eating, which is a huge deal for it. And then it creates this hard, protective shell around its body. This casing is called a chrysalis. And the creature inside? It's now known as a pupa. And it'll stay like this for about 15 days. Yep, just over 2 weeks. And if you were to look at it, you'd think absolutely nothing is happening.
From the outside, the chrysalis is perfectly still. It's this dormant, almost lifeless-looking shell. But is it just resting in there, taking a nap? I mean, what on earth could possibly be going on inside that takes 15 whole days?
Okay, get ready for this, because it is not resting at all. In fact, this is the busiest it will ever be. Inside that chrysalis, the caterpillar's body pretty much dissolves into a kind of nutrient-rich soup. But, and this is the amazing part, tiny groups of cells called imaginal discs survive. Think of them like tiny blueprints. They use that soup to completely rebuild the creature from the ground up into something entirely new. It's a total biological renovation.
And all of that incredible work, that total rebuild, leads us right to stage 4, the grand finale of the transformation. This is the moment we've all been waiting for, the emergence of the adult butterfly.
After those 2 weeks of intense, hidden work, the chrysalis splits open, and a completely new creature pulls itself out into the world. The adult butterfly has arrived. But hold on,
the journey isn't quite over. When the butterfly first emerges, it faces one last challenge. Its wings are crumpled, they're small, and they're wet, completely useless for flight. It has to get them ready for its new life in the air.
So here's what it does. It hangs upside down and starts to pump body fluids into the veins of its wings, kind of like you're inflating a raft. It has to wait patiently for a few hours as they expand, harden, and dry, and then it's finally ready.
But the end of this incredible transformation isn't really the end. It's the closing of one loop and the beginning of another, as the whole journey comes full circle.
The caterpillar's purpose was to eat and grow. The butterfly's purpose is to fly, to reproduce, and to find that perfect leaf to lay its eggs, making sure the next generation can begin its own great journey.
The story of the butterfly reminds us that this kind of profound change is a fundamental part of nature, and it's often happening where we least expect it. Which makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other incredible transformations are hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered?